blocker.
Okay. Window share. Okay. Okay, Miss Cylinda, tell me what you see.
I see a blank screen. I see your logo on here.
Okay, what you see now?
I see your logo.
You don't see my PowerPoint?
It's coming up. You get ready to share now. Now I see a PowerPoint.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, Miss Cylinda, if you log on to Facebook, you will be
I'm
able
on
to
Facebook.
share my live.
Is it up on Benquita Brown or when?
Benquita Brown is my personal page.
I see you live. I think you're live.
Okay.
But I want to see share.
And I'm about to do the same as
No, shoot. I don't see your share.
down at the bottom. You see that arrow? You see that arrow down at the bottom? Remember I showed you yesterday the arrow down at the bottom.
No. Oh, wait, wait,
Let
wait.
me
I see
screen
it. I see it. I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
I think we are ready.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Let me get myself. Okay. Drafts. Where we at? Okay. There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Win Wednesday. Welcome again to Win Wednesday Lunch and Learn. My name is Benquita BB Brown. I am the founder and CN Enterprises. Wealth is necessary, and I want to personally thank each of you for spending part of your lunch break with us today. Today's session is about building wealth through education and action. At WIN, we believe that education creates confidence, confidence inspires action, and action creates opportunities. Whether you're an entrepreneur, professional, business owner, or simply someone looking to improve your financial knowledge, you're in the right place. Because here at WIN, we truly believe one conversation can truly change everything. WIN mission is simple. It's to empower, educate, and elevate. We empower people through education, exposure, and opportunity so we can win together. Disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This presentation is designed to provide general educational information. This is not financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. We do encourage everyone to do your own research. Remember, our goal is to educate, empower, and encourage. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Benquita BB Brown. Like I said, I am the founder of WIN. I am an entrepreneur. I am very passionate about education. I'm like a sponge. I like to learn, and I'm not a gatekeeper. I like to also share what I learn. And I love networking. I host networking events all over. I'm a strong believer in sometimes it's not what you know, is who you know. So again, welcome to me Win Wednesdays. I would like to introduce you to Miss Cylinda, our guest speaker for today. Miss Cylinda is a financial education. She's a empowerment speaker and a wealth advocate. And also, let me start over. I want you guys to grab your notebooks, eliminate any distractions if you can for the next hour, and get ready to learn. I encourage you to ask questions, engage in a conversation, and take away something that will help move you one step closer to your financial goals. And like I said, I would like to introduce you to Miss Cylinda, who has spent months developing the educational series to help everyday people understand these changes in a real and relatable way. Please join me in giving Miss Cylinda a warm welcome to our special guest. Miss Cylinda, let me stop sharing my screen, Miss C, and you have the floor.
Hi, baby. Thank you so much for bringing me on board. I'm going to kind of share my screen. Let me know if you see it. Welcome, everyone. My name is Cylinda Rindal, and I'd like to introduce myself real quickly. Do you see my screen, baby?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm just a little like you said before about disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is only for educational purposes. We are not, nothing presented is financial legal tax. She said all of that. I was going to cover it behind you, go behind you again just to make sure that we are here to educate and to inspire each other and everyone and to explore how money has evolved and where it may be headed. So the future belongs to those who are willing to learn. And before even begin, I want to my name is Cylinda Rindal, and what I'm passionate about teaching the evolution of money. I am a wife to an amazing husband, proud mother of four. I'm a blessed grandmother of four, 11 years of law enforcement. I did retire myself in 2016. I'm a life coach and a spiritual therapist. I'm an entrepreneur. And of course, I love traveling. I just got back from Ecuador from 2 weeks. And my passion is helping everyday people understand the changing world of money, to help everyday people to understand the evolution of money and how we are preparing for the future through education. So if you just walk with me about the evolution of money and how we got here and what's next, I'm going to set my energy and internet and go on off my video if you don't mind, so I can really share with you with no distraction. And maybe we can go back and forth on this because she wanted me to come on here, and here I am. And I want to let you know about, first of all, I want to ask this question. Just a simple question. When the last time you guys write checks? Who wrote checks? How many of you remember writing checks every month? You probably just saying, wow, that
Yeah.
was me. And that's exactly why we're here today, just to let you know that money is changing. Remember this phone booth, local 25 cents? You can just type it in the chat and talk back with me through chat and say, yeah, I remember that. I used to have a roll of quarters, guys, and using the phone booth and calling people, and it was crazy. So ladies and gentlemen, technology is changing. Money is changing. Okay? So money has an evolution, has evolved, and different forms, same purpose, helping people exchange value. But I tell you guys, this is something that I'm excited to um, to explain to you guys, that we are on this journey together. So come along on a journey with me, and let's see what we have in store here. The future doesn't wait for us, guys. So remember back in the day, the barter system, the evolution of money, bartering. You had, if you had something that someone wanted, and vice versa, they're trading, like the guy apples and firewood. They needed some, firewood. He needed apples. He needed fruits. So back then, we're going back like 5,000 years ago, guys. And if you had a problem, if not everyone wanted to have the same thing you have, you're stuck with that. I find myself, by me being a gardener right now today, I had cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, and beets, and I took it down to my neighbors, and two houses down, what have you. And I was said, hey, we have a lot of tomatoes and cucumbers. You guys want some? She said, sure. And then she went in the house and said, hey, we got 2 dozen of eggs from our chickens. I said, yes. And as I was walking back to the house, I said, you know what? I just bought her. I just bought it, not even knowing it. Guys, this is so exciting to know that people traded goods directly back then, but no money, just trading. So then around 600 BC, around the time in Lydia, modern day now it's called Turkey, the first coins came out. People in Lydia created some of the first coins made of electrum, a natural mix of gold and silver. This is back in 600 BC, guys. That we get that journey to let you know how money evolved and how it's still evolving and changing today. And then paper money arrives around 700 AD by China. During the Tang and Song dynasties, China introduced the world's first paper currency. That's where it really all began back in 700 AD. So now then we have the gold standard came around the 1800s. Okay, in 1900, that's what gold standard came about. Was backed by gold. Currency was backed by gold, keeping value and trustworthy, promoting stability. That's where it all started, was the gold. Okay, so just let you know, around that time in the 1900s, then money came around, your US dollars, your fiat money, the beginning of controlling money. I'm quite sure you guys heard of Rockefeller today, JP Morgan, that's Chase, Rothschild. In 1910, powerful banking families gained control of the financial system and changed money forever. Printing money that didn't exist, they created a system where money could be printed out of thin air as debt. I just want to show you this short clipping and let you know how it really started.
In 1910, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds and Morgans met secretly on Jekyll Island. Their plan? Build a system that would protect their banks from ever failing. Prior to this meeting, bankers kept lending money they didn't actually have, because every loan meant more interest and hence more profit. But during the 1907 financial crisis, people tried to withdraw their savings and realized the banks didn't have the cash. So this meeting at Jekyll Island was done to create a permanent safety net. The solution they engineered was the Federal Reserve, established in 1913 as America's central bank with a special power, creating money out of thin air. Banks could still collect interest by loaning out money they didn't possess. And if their lending became too reckless, the Federal Reserve would act as their backup. They would just print the money and bail them out. This created a system where they had no risks. Heads, they make billions on interest loans. Tails, taxpayers bail them out.
So a little bit, we all know we all learning this thing together. I have to go back on time of money. I'm a person that's love to dig, research, do my due diligence. And I came across this for my upline person. And then we look at the part of, after all this happened, we did have currency at that time backed by gold. So now in 1971, the end of gold back money stopped. Okay. And you can read the screen. I don't have to go into details, but it's just all stopped. So what is money backed by now? It's no longer backed by gold. So the dollar became fiat money, backed by nothing but government promises. And this opens the door up to inflation, being in debt, and a system no longer tied to real value. So then plastic money came along around the 1950s. You know, credit cards was coming out. We was buying, and pay later. More access, more spending. Well, put a one in a chat box and let me know if that's you out there using those diner clubs, Bank America clubs, the Discovery Visa. We all been in that, guys. We all been in there. We just been in there. People start using less cash and more electronic payments. So, and then you have the banking began, safety and trust. People deposit their money, banks keep it safe. Banks, we have to trust the bank to hold our money. Okay, where else we're gonna put it up on your mattress and get robbed or the backyard? But we put our money in the bank as of today. And just to let you know that your bank earns interest on your money today. Okay, whether you realize or not, you know that when you put your money in a bank puts customer deposit to work immediately. Currently, overnight, rate around 5.33%. As of May 2025, we found that out. I dug into that, and you receive none of that. They use your deposit, whether it's direct deposit, to make loans and manage short-term investments. So while banks may earn income from those funds, and you wouldn't really know. There was a time I would pull out $10,000, but you couldn't do it right then and there. Come back in a couple of days. Or even when I was going out the country, I needed their money, and they said, "Well, we have it ready for you in 2 to 5 days." Guys, this is what we come to that understanding, that where your money is now and where is it going, we need to be educated in that and understand where is the money going today. Where is the digital money coming in? Because you are saying your credit card is digital, so you're using your debit card, your credit card, so that's digital as it is. So moving along to the next one, in a world of instant everything, why does money sometimes take days? If you see on the left side, today everything is instant. Phone calls is instant, email is instant, text message is instant, everything. And then, but some banks transfer still takes hours, not always instant. It takes days. So I'm quite sure someone has agreed, has experienced it, or banks can freeze your money if they want to. So in other words, you're not really in control of your funds. Okay. So the internet moves in seconds, as we know that now, how things are changing. Should money move also? It should move also because now banks grew, economics grew too. Banking built the modern world. So we coming from barter to coins to the gold, paper money, and banking, and the credit cards changing still today. So this is my thing. Money has evolved from simple trading back over 5,000 years ago to metal coins to gold and silver standard and the paper money and plastic money. All this is changing. Yes, you guys could agree with me on this because it's constantly moving. So money has never stopped evolving. Has banking finished evolving? No. What if there was a new model design around giving people more direct control over how they access and manage their money? Today made us simpler. Who all have this? You got to admit. Now I do have these on my tap phones, but I haven't did those tap phones. You go through the line at the cash register. Although it's there, I still have the tendency of pulling out my card. And sometimes I catch myself when I hand the card to the cashier, and they look at me like, "Oh," I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I still do that today, guys. At my age, I'm still handing them my debit card for them to run it through. But I keep forgetting that that's a tap. So you got your Pay, your Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, MasterCard, and Visa. But cash went to cards now. It's a digital wallet. We've embraced convenience without even realizing it. Let me ask you a question. I want you to think about it. And be honest, has anyone kind of like, it could be in 5 minutes or 10 seconds, whatever. Have you ever misplaced your phone and you said, "Oh my God, where my phone at?" You kind of like have a little small panic attack because we can't live with our phones. Who all agree to that? Put a one in the chat box that you kind of like said, "Oh man, where my phone is at?" And then you kind of like, everyone has a phone. When I'm at the airport, guys, I can just sit and observe. Sometimes I sit and observe people how they stand in line at Starbucks or Einstein Bagel Shop or whatever store they food place they're at the airport. I watch them to see how they pay it. And not one I have seen the whole hour and a half paid with cash. They have their phone most of the time and they have their card. And that they're realizing that, hey, we're already become comfortable with digital money. But the technology has always evolved. Look at the past connected when we had the rotary phones and then the mobile freedom, then the flip-flop phones. The phones even change. So what's next? The future is being built now. Let's be ready for that. Let me ask you something. Have you ever invested in something? It could be your IRA or annuity or put it in a 401k, but you really didn't fully understand it, but you trust the process. You quite got a confusion of what is it, how does it work, what are the risks, is it right for me? But we didn't come to that part of understanding the clarity, the confidence, the better decision, the peace of mind. We didn't come to a part of understanding. Or you may be in platforms now and don't understand it, but you're going to invest in it or put money in it because someone you're trusting to get in it. But my question is, did you even understand a little bit of it on why you got into it? That is a question I want to ask you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you the shift begins from traditional bank to being your own bank. On the left, they control it, they limit access, slow, restricted. You depend on them all the time, which we still do. But then there is something on the right hand side where we have a decentralized banking. I'm going to share that with you how you control it right at the palm of your hand, your phone, your smartphone. You are the bank. You have full control, full freedom. You own your future. And I'm glad that this is coming about because we've been trapped into that for centuries, for decades, in the hands of the traditional banking. So money is evolving again from traditional banking, they control it, to decentralized banking. You control it. The future is in your hands. And the future is already here. The question is, will you understand it? And this is one of the reasons why I'm here to get this my academy going on called Bridge to Web 3, where I'm going to start teaching the money how we needs to handle that. How many of you guys, real quickly, and put a 0 in the chat box. I want to look at the chat box. How many of you were taught in elementary, middle school, and high school about finance? Put a 0 in the chat box. Let me see. What we got, BB? We got anybody in there?
Yes, we do. I see. I see some zeros coming through. Yeah. And I could personally say the school, no, but my parents, yes.
Yeah. A lot of education is not being taught like it should be taught in school anymore. And money should be the main reason why. So I want to welcome to the new era of banking. Everything you need all in one place. And I'm going to show you how. I got so excited when I was kind of like praying for this. Like I need somewhere where I can put my money out of the traditional bank and put it somewhere where no one can touch it. I'd be able to control it myself. And all of a sudden, long story short, I was on WhatsApp because I have other businesses dealing with digital banking. And I have one platform out there where I'm not going to say the name right now, but I have one good financial plan out there, a platform where you're getting payouts. But someone came into my website and sent me a WhatsApp phone number, WhatsApp, and say, "Hey, have you heard about this? Have you heard about that?" I said, "No." So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna ask you the same question too, see what you're gonna say. But this is the digital wallet right here, ladies and gentlemen. You're one app, everything in one place, one wallet, your fiat and stable coins together. I don't know who are on the line, don't know anything about stable coins, but we're gonna learn that together. Okay. So to understand the technology revolution, innovation changes how we live, how we work, and how we manage money. Ladies and gentlemen, the revolution isn't coming, it's already here. So, what is deal banking? We're going to talk about decentralized. We know about the traditional of the evolution of money, how it all began and went back then 5,000 years ago, and the banks and all of that. We're going to talk about decentralized online banking as a digital approach. And deal banking means decentralized compared to the traditional banking is centralized. They control it. Decentralized, you control it. And that's what deal banking means. Decentralized online banking, a digital approach to financial services that gives users greater control over their assets and transactions through decentralized technology right on your phones. That's what smartphones are for. They have a lot of things you can do on smartphones. You'd be amazed I find out so much stuff is ridiculous. So WeFi is a decentralized banking. Your money, your control. There's no borders, no limits. It's not even a cost to even get in. It's like having a banking system, all the features involved, where you just open the account for free, okay? Put whatever you want to in there, and that's it. And you control that money. So this person here, wonderful guy, Reed Collins, if you are a crypto user and on your wallet it says USDT, this young man is the one who is the founder of stablecoins and USDT as well as WeFi. His vision is creating real value, innovation, building the future of finance. When the guy asked me back in January, young guy from Pakistan, by the way, he calls me mama because he's like 24 years old. And he said, have you ever heard of Reeve Collins before? I said, no. He said, you're kidding me. I said, no. He said, do you use crypto wallet? I said, yeah, Trust, Kraken, MetaMask, blah, blah, blah. And he said, Reeve Collins was the one who found USDT and stable coins. I said, you gotta be kidding me. He said, yeah. I started doing my due diligence, of course, and he's all over YouTube, everywhere. And I just said, wow, we're in two financial worlds, traditional banking and digital decentralized banking. And I come to realize that WeFi is one of the financial ecosystem, modern financial services, and it's global access. It's very simple, it's connected. And believe it or not, I immediately joined up on that guy because WeFi is the world's first, not the best, but the world's first, not the newest, not the oldest, but the first DO banking, a new kind of financial system that uses Web3. And it's to build and empower a community. It's rewarding the community for attracting others to the platform. So this young man here tell you about the better services you're getting, the cheaper rates, and we're going to hear him right quick so you can see what he's talking about. Uh-oh, we'll go back. Here we go.
And the DO Bank is, instead of using the traditional system, it's online, but it's using the future system, the blockchain. And so what that enables is just better services at cheaper rates, because the blockchain does what the regular system does, but just much, much, much more efficiently and on a global scale.
Here's the team, a collection of veterans across the blockchain and finance world. You can look them up, screenshot this. By all means, guys, do your own due diligence. And like I did, this guy here, Roman, former project director, Wise. I still use Wise. Wise is like Payoneer. You send people across the world, the globe, in this money transfer system. So who are we? WeFi is defining a new category, the DO banking. This isn't just a banking platform, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a infrastructure. It's a technology infrastructure that's bringing together the traditional fiat world money that we're using and the digital economy, the money that we're using. We put them together. He's bringing those two monies together into the WeFi banking system, the platform here, where you have full control over. So this is tell you about back in February 2026 about the stable coins. Let's see what he says about this one.
What do you say to countries that are so not ready and so far behind when it comes to stablecoins?
That it's coming, and that a large percentage of their population in those countries are utilizing them in some way, shape, or form, and maybe a large percentage of their population is overstating it. I always get asked, how big is the market, how many people are using stablecoins and crypto, and to me, everybody. But I know that that's not true, right? I just kind of wish it was, and in my world it seems like it, because that's where I exist. But as the ease of use and access to crypto and stable coins, and this is what WeFi is trying to drive, trying to create a really elegant, easy to use for end users solution to crypto and better banking experience. As that becomes more and more common, more and more people will utilize it, and those countries, their regulations ideally will catch up.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, over 4.5 billion billion people use traditional banking, and only 10% of those people use or even know about crypto. They're scared of it. And it's going to be taken over sooner or later. It's in the making right now. And there are an additional 1.5 billion people that are currently unbanked, meaning they don't have a bank account. Maybe they don't want one. They use Western Union, check cash places, take the checks down to the check cash part and cash it and just use cash. So look at all those people that's unbanked, doesn't do banking. So the first decentralized bank, like I said before, you own it, you control it. I'm loving mine. I joined it and I'm loving it. And the technology has always evolved from communication to entertainment to transportation to banking. And now here's the future. And the future belongs to those who learn. Okay. So opportunities knocking again. Bitcoin. Bitcoin was back in 2008. People laughed at that, not because they were stupid or because it felt uncomfortable, because it felt risky. It just felt too new. And now I have a partner that's involved with me with refi. He has a powerful testimony where he was offered that. And you will hear his testimony on Thursday nights that we will be presenting on 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, where he had that opportunity to have Bitcoin in his life. This young man here, when Bitcoin did come out, I don't know if you heard the story, but this man here bought two pieces for 10,000 Bitcoins. He wasn't understanding what it was. He didn't know the meaning of it. He just got some coins and bragged about it and said, "Hey, I'm gonna buy two pieces for 10,000 Bitcoins." Let's see what the interview says.
A Bitcoin was worth less than a penny when Laszlo Hunyats first traded Bitcoin for pizza 9 years ago. We calculated that if Hunyats had held on to all the Bitcoin he used back then to get various items, much of it pizza, by the time of our interview, those Bitcoins would have been worth
$800 million.
Yeah.
So, okay, sorry, let me just get this straight. You spend about $800 million on pizzas.
Well, if you look at today's exchange rate.
Are there nights you wake up like in a cold sweat where you think, I could have had $800 million if I hadn't bought those pizzas?
I think thinking like that is not really good for me.
I guess not either. I think I part of faint. But he didn't know. So what you don't know, you just don't know. And this is 2010 when he bought the pizza.
What is the $1 billion Bitcoin pizza?
Yeah, so basically a dude, back when he didn't know that Bitcoin was valuable, he bought two pizzas and he just paid for it in multiple, like more than one Bitcoin. And at its peak, that Bitcoin was worth between 30 and $80 billion if he had held it instead of buying pizza.
Yeah.
So that guy, I wonder if that dude, I wonder if that...
I'm sure he has a little bit of Bitcoin still.
So, ladies and gentlemen, educational is very good to know before getting to anything. And in conclusion of this is one guy right here to the top right. He owned 10% of Apple. Everybody know about Apple, Apple computers, blah, blah, blah. And then he sold it for $800. In 1976, Ronald Wayne, who's the co-founder of the company with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, even drafting the partnership agreement. But risk, fear came over him. It scared him. Job spending felt dangerous. So Ronald Wayne, he walked away, choosing safety over uncertainty, leaving the garage while the others kept building something unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, today, that 10% that he turned in for $800 would exceeded $300 billion. Instead, he lives on a fixed income. So some decisions don't just cost money, they echo forever. You will live there for the rest of your life. So here at Bridge to Web3 Academy, I'm starting my academy where I will be teaching me and my partner, Charles Robinson. We want to learn first. Knowledge is power. Understand it second, because understanding creates clarity. Decide third. Information leads to freedom. Now, this is far as I'm going to go on this journey, because the simple fact, there's more to this that I'm telling you, because I want to give you a little bit of piece of that. I want to overwhelm no one. But right now, at this point in time, I will share this. Screenshot this. You can call me, text me. My website is bridgetoweb3.com to learn more about it. This QR code is Mondays. I be speaking on Mondays, Charles Robinson on Thursdays. So Mondays and Thursdays, we go more into depth on who we are as far as the first decentralized banking system. Right now, I don't want to leave this out, but I will let you know this. We are mining tokens, just something similar to what Bitcoins. And it's like word of mouth. Those who know who is in refi, contact them because this is another journey that you don't want to miss out on this. So let's continue the journey. And I'm going to leave my screen up with this. And BB, are you there? Any questions?
I am. Are there any questions, guys? You can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself. But I have a question for you, Miss Cylinda. What's one piece of advice you wish everyone knew sooner?
To understand before jumping to anything, because we don't know. The one thing I would suggest, we let emotion get in the way first before anything. But understand what you get in financially because this is dependent upon you and your family's lives, your wealth, your generation. Yes.
Awesome. Great answer. Anyone else want to unmute themselves and ask a question? Okay, no worries. I'm going to go back and share my screen. I just have one. Let me know if you can see my screen, Miss Cylinda.
Okay. It's coming up.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I just want to say thank you. Miss Lynn, I want to give a special shout out to you for blessing us with your expertise. I do appreciate you for sharing. I do appreciate you also for not being a gatekeeper. So thanks again. As we wrap up today's Lunch and Learn, I want to leave you with this. Knowledge has value, but knowledge only changes your life when you put it into action. No matter where you are in your financial journey, today is an opportunity to take one step forward, one new idea, one better decision, one conversation. Those small steps can lead to the life-changing results over time. I hope today's session challenged you to think differently, inspire you to keep learning, and reminded you that building wealth is a journey, not a destination. And again, a special thank you to my guest speaker, Miss Cylinda Rindal, for sharing your knowledge and expertise with us. And thank you to each of you for investing your lunch hour in your future. If you found today's session valuable, I encourage you to share it with someone else. Invite them to our next Lunch and Learn because you never know whose life could be changed by one conversation. Before we go, I also would love to invite everyone to join us at some of our upcoming WIN events this July. We'll be in Houston, Plano, then we'll be back in St. Louis. You can view all our upcoming events and register on Eventbrite at www.winwithbb.fun. And remember, at WIN, we believe wealth is more than money. It's knowledge, it's opportunity, it's relationships, it's legacy. Thank you again for joining us today. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep taking action because one conversation can change everything. Have an amazing day and see you all again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome. Awesome.